All right. Hello. What is going on? This is Courtney Rollins with the Life in Transitions Experts podcast channel, YouTube group, or Facebook group, I should say. Here on this channel, I'm dedicated to helping folks who are going through some big, tough transitions in their life. I like to say that I focus on the property and the stuff when it comes to challenges or stress and things that people have and hope to provide some great solutions to that. But by extension, I have found myself in the world of estate planning and estate administration and probate planning. And a lot of my work at Estate Pro Service is helping families navigate the probate process and, most importantly, avoid the probate process. I am on a mission. Before I leave this earth, I want to help at least 100 million people unleash their gifts. I have the acronym GIFts, gratitude, integrity, faith, thought, and service to make an impact and make meaning in their lives. And really, trust me, there's a connection. And one of the ways that we do this is by preparing our family and ourselves for the inevitable. We have to prepare, or it's very important that we prepare our families and protect our estates for when we pass away, when we transition. And a lot of folks that I talk to about estate planning, I was at a World Overcomers. Shout out to World Overcomers, a wonderful church here in Durham, North Carolina. That's really international, has members all over the place. Pastor Andy Thompson helped host a Black Business Expo this past Sunday, and I was out there, and it was just a wonderful experience to be a part of because so many folks were coming up to my table and saying, "Hey, I really need to get my estate plan together. I really need to get my will together. I really need to learn more about this trust. How do I share this with my family? My mom's not necessarily on board, or things of that nature." So I thought that today I would, and even moving forward, just give tips and encourage people to talk about and create and prepare for estate plans so that we can keep this generational wealth in our families or share it any way we want to share it. All right. So I would love for you to hit that subscribe, hit that like. If you have topics that you want us to talk about or want me to review and discuss, please reach out to me. I'm not an attorney, I'm not a financial advisor, but I am immersed in this space and in this field and sharing my opinion. So hopefully it'll be helpful to you. So, first tip when I'm going to go over 7 tips briefly. First tip really is to choose the right time and place to do this. Catching people off guard with, "Hey, let's sit down and prepare a will," or, "Hey, let's discuss what we're going to do with grandma's house," just out of the blue may not be the best time. There's a client that I was working with. Um, she was awesome because she said they had a will party. And so all the family members are over there. Everyone sat down and listened to and heard who and what where was going to where, and any qualms or any conflicts or anything like that was able to be at least brought out while everyone was still alive. And it really helped. Well, hopefully it has helped and will continue to help them when the transition does happen. There'll be clarity. So perhaps scheduling a time around your before, after, or during your family reunions, or even your family meeting times is really important for folks to feel comfortable and choose a comfortable place to talk about this where they can be focused and engaged without any interruptions. You also want to be prepared. You want to be educated. There's resources like this YouTube channel. There's tons of resources that are at our fingertips so you can understand the keys and the difference between a will, a trust, the power of attorney, your healthcare directives, all of these different, your durable power, your financial power of attorney, all these different legal instruments that are here to protect you. Make sure you're prepared and understand them. You don't have to be an attorney or pass the bar, but you can do some research and be able to have a more productive conversation. Another important thing is to frame the conversation and why. Why is it so important to have an estate plan? One of the most beautiful things about this for me is that you get to leave your legacy when you use things like trust or even wills, but most definitely trust. You can actually put in almost like your family's constitution, and hopefully it'll be malleable and it can grow and breathe. But it's like, hey, these are the values that we want, that we espouse. Here's um, things that people can look at and see. This is how we want our family house to stay in the house, or we want it to, if it's sold in this way, or if we take money out of this part, it can only go to for educational purposes, or this person has to read 10 books to demonstrate that they can pull money out of the family trust or whatever you have set up. It's really cool to be able to literally write out your family constitution pretty much. And there's a lot of other reasons, but you're starting with the why. Sharing your motivations and hearing other family motivations could be very, very powerful in getting people on board. Gotta encourage open discussion, open conversation. We're talking about uh, family, death, and things of that nature can be a very sensitive topic. There's a lot of emotions involved, and allowing people to have open conversations and expressing their concerns and opinions will allow for honest dialogue and hopefully constructive dialogue. Again, so there's no very little misunderstanding opportunity for misunderstandings. You may also want to involve and have a professional there, such as a estate planning attorney or a financial advisor. If you need any of those, connect with me, or if you're inclined and I can point you in the right direction. I have a network of vetted family professional or estate planning professionals that can support you, and they can provide some of the answers or framing that may be stronger coming from another person besides that family member. Yep. Also, you want to emphasize the benefits. Talk about the peace of mind, the protection of assets and interests, the minimization of the conflicts that may occur in the future. And having a well crafted estate plan can help your family have that harmony and prevent financial hardship down the road or legal complications down the road. I'm actually buying a property. Well, I thought I was buying a property next week, but it looks like it's not going to happen next week because um, well, the situation, there's a family, 12 siblings, 10 have passed away, two are remaining, one has dementia. And so I wasn't aware of this until, of course, the title search. And now it's going to need some curative title work to make sure that there may be 30 or 40 people up here who have to sign on or sign off because of intesti. I can never say that name right, air law, intestacy. I didn't make that word so wrong. Intestacy law. I may say it wrong, but basically the law that states how property is passed through when there is not a will. And so you can avoid those things when you already have those legal structures in place. Another thing is once you do it, congratulations, rock and roll, but you got to remember to update it. Things change. Some assets needs, especially if you're using trust, you need to fund the trust by putting it into the trust, but also have it recorded publicly so that it actually is, legally bound and people can see that it doesn't have to, or it doesn't have to go through the probate process to show that it was supposed to go into whatever particular legal instrument you're using. This is very important. So, folks, talking to your family about estate planning may seem challenging, but to me, it's really empowering. It's a beautiful conversation. To me, it's about legacy, it's about our values, it's about principles, and it's about peace of mind. So, I think we all owe it to ourselves and owe it to our families to have that conversation. Hopefully, those 7 tips were helpful. Hey, I have some matters that I'm told I have to file for probate. Can you help me? Oh yes, Facebook user. Yes, reach out to me, DM me um, if you like, or I can. Let's see. Can I put my Courtney at estateproservice.com? Absolutely. I know some folks in Georgia, some attorneys, and some other folks who are like me, certified probate experts who may able to support you, Sherry, and then they might be able to help you streamline your conversation with an attorney if you decide to go the attorney route, or help you figure out what you need to do next so that you can uh, go through the probate process hopefully smoothly. I'm in North Carolina, and I definitely understand the probate process here. Georgia may be a little different, and I would never step on my I would never say that I know something I don't know, but I can point you in the right direction. So uh, do you have? I hope you got that, Courtney at estateproservice.com. Go ahead and just what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, send me an email and we can rock. Or I'm gonna also put in the chat calendly.com/estate pro service. You can also click there and find a time for us to chat. I can get to know a little more about the situation and hopefully line you up even better to use the time that you're going to use to address the issue. All right. This is the Life in Transitions Experts Podcast, LITE. Let your light shine. Cheers.